This is 2.2.11a. So we're given a PDF and it has this constant a hidden in there. We're supposed to figure out what a would be. Now, anytime you have to do this, the point is you have to remember that the area under a PDF has to be equal to 1. So if we integrate this for our bounds from 10 to 11, we have to get to 1, so then we can figure out what a would be to make everything be 1. So we'll integrate this a times x times 130 minus x squared dx, and we integrate from 10 to 11. And when we're done, we want it to be equal to 1. Now, to make this easier to integrate, I would FOIL everything through, or distribute it through. So we're going to have 130 times a times x minus, let's see, a times x cubed. And we need to take the derivative of all of that. Sorry, integral. Take the integral of all of that. So when we look at this 130 times a, that's all constant, so that all comes out. Now the integral of x would be x squared divided by its new power of 2. Minus, now again that a just comes out, x cubed we're going to raise the power by 1, so x to the 4th divided by 4. And all of that we should evaluate from x equals 10 to 11. Now, again, this a did go all the way through. It probably would have been easier to just pull the a out at the beginning, but I didn't, so oh well. Let's see, so let's do the top first. So it'll be 130 times a times 11 squared over 2 minus a times 11 to the 4th over 4 minus, a new parentheses again, 130 times a times 10 squared over 2 minus a times 10 to the 4th over 4. I'll pause that and try and put in my calculator. So putting into my calculator, first though, I did notice that I had an a in everything, so I just pulled out the a, and then I put in my calculator in 2 steps. I did this part all first, and then I did this part. So if I put it all into my calculator, I finished by getting this is a times 204.75. So this should be equal to 1. So let's do a times 204.75 equals 1. And a would then be 1 divided by 204.75, which is equal to 0.004884. Or if you prefer to turn that into a fraction, is 4 out of 819. The textbook did it as a fraction. I think it's slightly easier to do everything in decimals, but there you go. So to make everything integrate to 1, my constant a has to be equal to 4 over 819.